Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make big money with little effort. How to make big money with little effort. So, we got to understand that there are ways and opportunities to make money, a lot of money. You've got the richest 1% of the population all around the world. How do they make their money? They don't make their money with a lot of effort. No. Laborious effort hardly brings in a lot of money. Laborious effort, what it does is it destroys your health. Now, I'm not saying that there's no dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor and you should pursue it. But there are ways by which you can make money legally with very little effort. One of the ways by which I make money regularly is by currency speculation. Now, it's not a crime, it's completely legal. And you've got people like George Soros who have become billionaires by doing that, and they contribute to political parties all over the world. So it's something that you can do. And I did a video at the early stages of this channel teaching you how you can make money from currency speculation. However, in the last month or so, about maybe the last 6 weeks, I've been making a lot of money from currency speculation. And I just guess, okay, it's time to teach you guys. I did touch on it. I think I did a video from Parliament in London. I think this was about, yeah, they're about maybe a month ago, and I taught you guys, and a lot of you have given me some testimonials. But then I want to go deeper into the nitty gritty of it. You see, right now there's a lot of uncertainty in the whole world, and uncertainty affects the value of currency. Uncertainty affects the value of currency. That's why you see when there's about to be an election and there's going to be a political change in power from one president to another or one leader to another, it affects the currency of a country. Every time there's going to be an election, that transition period is very, very unstable for any currency. And then if you have a dictatorial government, it's even more unstable because, at any point in time, one dictator can be toppled, another strong man will take over. So transitions are a very unsteady time for currency. And if you look at Europe lately, Europe has been, it's almost as if Europe is going back to the 80s where there was a lot of political instability. You take the United Kingdom, for example, in a period of, let's say, 6 months, they've gone through three British prime ministers. That's very rare. This is a country that used to have prime ministers stay as long as 11 and a half years with Margaret Thatcher, almost 10 years with Tony Blair, and then Gordon Brown came over and stayed for 5 years, and then you had, just stability, stability like that. David Cameron came, stayed a pretty much long time, with that kind of stability is good for the currency. Now, the British pound sterling is suffering from a lot of instability. And if you see what happened, in the last 6 weeks, it's gone to a high of about 1.23, and that's in the last 6 weeks. Traditionally, the British pounds used to be about 1.5, 1.6 to the US dollar. So if you had 1,000 pounds, you could get $1,500 or $1,600. But then right now there's almost parity. There's almost parity. So how have I been making money? I trade a value of 110,000, at least 110,000 pounds. I buy it because I've got accounts in the United Kingdom, I've got accounts in the United States legally. I've got accounts in both places. I school here, so I had accounts here, and then I live in the United States, so I've got accounts in both places. So every week, what I do is that I try to buy at least 110,000 pounds, and I hold that. Now, when I started, I bought it at 119,000 dollars. So that gave me 110,000 pounds. I bought it at $119,000. So I just transfer, and then I mean, obviously, it's not like you're buying. When you're transferring, automatically it's going to convert to pounds. And then I wait. And then when it gets to high, I think it got to a high of 128,000. So 119,000 dollars got me 110,000 pounds. And then I waited until that 110,000 pounds became appreciated and then got to $128,000. And so from that, I got a profit margin of almost 10,000. It was actually something like 8,900. And so when I get that my profit margin, I immediately transfer back to dollars, and then whatever money I get in excess of $119,000 is profit. In this case, it was about 9,000, not quite 9,000, 8,900. And then I do the same thing again. I keep my profits, that's 8,900, and then transfer again. When it goes down, it didn't go down to 119 again. It went back down to about 120. And then I bought, and then it appreciated again. In a matter of days, it appreciated to about 125. I transferred it back, and everything above 120 was a profit for me. And so I've been doing that. In a week, sometimes I make as much as altogether probably close to $10,000 in a week, legal money. And it's something that you can do. If you have accounts in the United Kingdom or an account in another country, you can do it. Or if you don't have an account and you have somebody you can rely on, somebody that's reliable, someone that you can have confidence in, you can actually do it with that person and you split the profit. There is no crime being committed as long as you report your earnings to the tax authority. So if you live in Tanzania, you got to report your earnings to the Tanzanian government so that you can be taxed. I report my earnings to the United States government, so the federal inland, so that the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, can tax me. So that's it. So if you see what happened yesterday, the Bank of England raised interest rates up to 3%. So they raised it by 0.75 basis points. Now, it's very interesting because on the same day, the day before, the Federal Reserve Bank in America also raised interest rates by 0.75 basis points. In all my life, I've never seen where the US and the UK raised interest rates by the same basis point. But when they did that, the pound again collapsed. So it collapsed that I think it got to about I think it got to almost like 1.08. So it collapsed, and then it's an opportunity for you to buy it at that collapse rate, because it doesn't collapse and stay there, because the United Kingdom is not going to allow it to stay there because it affects them. The last time when it stayed quite low for a while, 500 billion was wiped out of their economy. So the Bank of England and the Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is the British version of the Finance Minister, or Secretary of the Treasury, they're not going to allow it to stay that low. So they're going to use whatever policy that they can to try to build it up, because it affects imports, it affects exports, it destabilizes their economy. So you should take advantage of it, and that's what I do. I take advantage of it. Try to follow it. Get an app. You can get Forex. I think you can get XE. You can get a lot of apps, and then study the patterns. Study the patterns, because by the time maybe things quiet down in Russia and Ukraine, and then by the time they have political stability in the United Kingdom, and by the time that the policies that have been put in place by the Federal Reserve Bank in America are able to stabilize the stock market, because right now in America, the stock market, whether it's the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, or whether it's the S&P 500, or even in Europe here, the FTSE, the DAX in Germany, and then other stocks exchanges are right now very, very unstable. They're going like that. By the time all of these markets stabilize, the real estate market stabilizes, these currencies are going to stabilize, and it's going to be very hard for you to make money. Right now, there's a financial crisis all around the world, and financial crises are opportunity for you to make financial gains. And that's what I've taught you, and I hope you understand this. If you have questions after watching this, put them in the comment section. I'm going to be doing my best to respond to your comments. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, a Telegram channel, or a Gmail email address. I will not approach you in the comment section of my videos with WhatsApp numbers to contact me or to ask you for money. Those are spammers and scammers. They scam a lot of people. Do not be scammed. Now, my name is Reno Omokri. You see that? Reno's Masterclass. This is me. Talk to you later, and God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is